Not your usual type of video. It's more of a video to say goodbye to someone. Say goodbye to someone who was really important in the baseball world. His name is Jose Fernandez, and it is September 25th, 2016, and just a few hours ago I learned that we'd lost one of the best players that have played on the mound that I know of, especially at his age. So today I'm going to go ahead and do a little video. I'm going to say goodbye to Jose Fernandez in the very utmost respectful way. And so, I am a Braves fan, but today I'm going to be playing as the Marlins against my Braves, which I think I can safely say that Jose Fernandez, one of his biggest rivals, or if not the biggest rival to him, was the Braves. We had so many bench clearings, but then again, it's just so much respect in between the two organizations. And actually, I'm going to be at home with the Marlins. There's just so much respect between these two organizations. And we're going to play as the legendary Jose Fernandez. Off. Jose Fernandez, he was always like that guy on the other team that I didn't really like. I'll be honest with you. And I think that was because of such the heated arguments that we've had on the field. But, you know, looking back now, I mean, I'm giving credit where it's due, man. I mean, he was definitely maybe not even in his prime. Such a great pitcher, and I know he meant so much to that organization, and I just hope that, you know, I hope that no one ever will replace him, because he was unique in his own way. And I've never really felt bad, this bad really about a celebrity tragedy or death. I think it's because of just how so much respect I had for him.
Every time out, keeps his team
in
the ball game, gives them a good outing.
I'm just praying for everyone,
same here in this one.
all the Marlins fans, everybody that knew him, and the other victims that were on that boat, and some may seem to forget, unfortunately. But here we go.
He's out. Batting second, shortstop, Eric Ibar.
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
I don't know why Eric Ibar is on this team for the Braves.
Yeah, guys, he's a very solid umpire.
But that doesn't really matter right now, honestly.
And the consistency he brings to the job.
Batting third, first baseman.
I don't care what difficulty it is. I don't care what time of the day it is.
Guys, this defense is rock solid up the middle. They've got a Gold Glover at second base who is athletic, agile,
just this last
and has
game to
range
honor
second
Jose
to none.
Fernandez. Truly a victim of tragedy.
Leading off
Well,
for the
guys,
Marlins.
he's got a career
Second
ERA
baseman,
of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
I know D. Gordon was really close with Jose Fernandez after Jose Fernandez was honored on the field. Well, that's today, really.
Well, they need to get guys on base.
When he was honored on the field earlier today, D. Gordon went out and paid respects on the mound, and just with devastation he had.
0-1's the count.
And the Marlins, I mean, have they been a playoff caliber team? No, they haven't. But do they have talent? Of course they have talent. I mean, that's an obvious. I mean, you've got guys like D. Gordon.
We'll see him work
He
both
won the
sides
batting
of the
title
plate with the
last
curveball
year.
Going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move
Christian
that pitch
Yelich,
around.
young, strong arm player. Only thing that really holds him back is
A
his
one-out
injuries.
base runner
I
here
don't
at
even
the
have to
bottom
tell
of
you
the
about
first.
Giancarlo
Now you've
Stanton.
got the 3,
And
4,
just,
5
you know, the
guys
tragic
coming up.
loss of
Let's
Jose
see if they can turn
Fernandez
this
kind of
into
makes
the
me
first
want
run
the
of the ball
Marlins
game.
to really be that playoff caliber team. Even though I'm a Braves fan, and you know how that can be. You know,
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for
being a
first
fan
pitch
of a team in a
curveball right
division,
there.
you know
If he
how
gets it,
much
he
you
hammers it.
dislike
If not,
the
he's
other
about
team.
3 feet too late.
the other teams in the division. And it's really hard to honestly pull for another
We're
team
going
in
to
the
see a
division.
lot more of this because
So-
this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
I got the count 1 and 2.
I should probably just shut up now and
Yeah,
just
whatever that was. He's
play.
lucky to get another chance.
But all in all,
Batting fourth,
rest in
First
peace,
baseman.
Jose Fernandez.
Justin Ford.
Definitely really sad to hear this, and
Oh, and it's so important to take
You're
advantage of
gone,
these kind of opportunities early
not
in a
forgotten,
ball game.
that's for
It
sure.
can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away. And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Third baseman, Martin Prado.
Oh,
Batting sixth, left fielder, Marcel Ozuna.
oh, he's safe.
Well, everything looked okay here on the pickup and
Batting
transfer,
seventh,
but then you see him just
catcher,
fire this thing straight into the box
JT
seats down there.
Realmuto.
That's going to be scored in E5 and a lucky souvenir baseball for one of the fans.
Ball 1. Two and 0.
I'm not really sure he's working around him here. I just think he doesn't have his release point yet.
3 balls, no strike.
Yeah, and when you're almost hitting guys, that's a sign that he's a little bit jumpy out there to start this game. So that's a good move by the guy behind the plate to just come out and talk to him, give him a word or two of encouragement.
That's ball 4.
Boy, the command. Not really good right now to start this ball game. Already that's 3 hits now and a walk he's given up. He's really laboring through this first inning of work.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Leading off for Atlanta, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
1-0.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Batting fifth, third baseman number 24, Kelly Johnson.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Batting sixth, catcher, A.J. Brzezinski.
Count 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally...
Got him.
Leading off for the Marlins, pitcher.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Oh, 2 is the count. One ball, 2 strikes to count.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Counts 1-0. That's ball 2.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
Got it.
Now batting, center fielder, Christian Yelich. Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, Jace.
Yeah, he struck
Peterson.
out the side his last time through, and
0-1's the
they've got to
count.
do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
I got the count 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Batting 8th, center fielder, number 2,
Ball one, no
Michael
strike.
Boyd.
The count's 1-1.
I do. I like
One
where
ball,
he's putting the
two strikes.
fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and
Nope,
changeup.
that's a ball.
I think he'll do well.
I got the count 2-2.
Batting 9th, the pitcher, number 49, Julio Teheran.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of
One
threat
ball, one
whatsoever.
strike.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95
that's
plus
outside.
mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Leading off for the Marlins, right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
No balls, 2 strikes. I got the count 1-2. Ball that's outside.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
Now
not
batting,
always an easy
first
play for a
baseman,
pitcher, especially when he has to
Justin
barehand the
Ball.
ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
one 0.
And after giving up the home run last time, he's just making sure that guy doesn't get too comfortable up there. I can't say I blame him.
Oh,
Third baseman, number 14, Martin Prado. Leading off for Atlanta, left fielder, Ender
Yeah, still looking for their first
0-1.
base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
0-2.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be
Up
a
next
strike.
for
It
Atlanta.
looks like it is,
Shortstop.
but it isn't.
Eric Ivo.
Counts 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
First baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about
No balls,
60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Count is 1-2.
Leading off the 4th for the Marlins, left fielder, number 13,
1-1. That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on. Oh, and it makes such a difference when that pitch is up a little bit. It's not a bad pitch, really. It's on the outside corner. But that slider, so much easier to handle when it's belt high or higher, and he's able to just hit it hard the other way.
The batter number 3, shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
And he popped up a high fastball last time, so maybe they feel like they can beat him upstairs. We might see that same pitch again in this at-bat.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jose Fernandez.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But
0-1's the
here,
count.
if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. This is a big-time chance.
Got him on the tag.
Leading off for Atlanta, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Nope. 2 balls.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Hey!
Third baseman number 24, Kelly Johnson.
0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
I got the count 2-2.
Yeah, all hard stuff here to get ahead, but now they're trying to get him out with a breaking ball, and he's not falling for it.
Now batting, catcher, A.J. Herzinski.
Ball 1, no strike.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Leading off for the Marlins, second baseman.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been
Gordon.
all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Now batting, center fielder, Christian Yelich.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton. Your attention, please. Now pitching for Atlanta, number 58, Daniel Winkler.
Counts 1-0.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Justin Bour.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Got him.
Leading off for Atlanta, second baseman, Jace Peterson.
Ball 1, no strikes. Aye. The count is 1 and 2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this
2 balls,
outing.
2
He's
strikes.
just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Count's full.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Bourne.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2 count before they even come to the plate.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Braves, number 13, Adonis Garcia.
1-0.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out
2
some
balls,
kind of
no
combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Atlanta, number 43, Alexi Ogando. Leading off for the Marlins, third baseman,
Counts 1 and 0.
Martin Prado.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Now batting, left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. Now batting, catcher, J.T. Realmuto.
Ball 1, no strikes. That's a ball. 2 and 0. Three balls, no strikes.
Maybe even taking 2.
Ball Boy, that's up.
Now batting, the shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
The count, 0-2.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
He's out.
Leading out for the Braves, the left fielder, number 11.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count. 2-2, the count.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning. Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
1-0. Ball. 2 balls, no strike.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
We're going to count 2-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch. Leading out for the Marlins, pitcher, Jose Fernandez.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
0-2 is the count.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
No, that's foul. Got him.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
He's out.
Now batting, Center fielder, Christian Yelich.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Leading off for the Braves, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
You know, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Boom! That got him. Thank you, man.
Third baseman, number 24, Kelly Johnson.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Now batting, catcher, A.J. Herzinski.
Ball that's outside.
Now batting, second baseman,
Nope.
Jace Peterson.
1-1. I got to count 1-2.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. That's why he's looking at a hat trick.
Leading off for the Marlins, right fielder, Giancarlo.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand. Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a guy like this, the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 is huge.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes.
The batter, first baseman, Justin Bohr.
1-1.
Third baseman, number 14, Martin Prado.
You're out.
Leading off for Atlanta, center fielder, Michael Bourne.
Counts 1-0. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Well, I would guess he's trying to approach his 9th inning the same way he has earlier, but come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catcher's calling, because he's done a heck of a job also.
Two to count.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the pitcher, Ogando, number 7, Gordon Beckham.
Nope, upstairs. One ball, 1 strike.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
The left fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
0-1's the count. One ball, 2 strikes the count.
And even on 1 and 2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Ball 2. We're going to count 2-2.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Ball that's outside. The count is 3-1.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Up next for Atlanta, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Oh, man. Well, I think we can all feel it. Just a little bit of a letdown here in the 9th inning. Well, it's so tough to take a no-hitter this far and then lose it in the 9th. But I guess it just wasn't in the cards this time.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious